Hey there, I thought I would just have a little fun with you. Question for you. How much personal development does it take to succeed? What kind of price are you gonna pay to live your dreams? Now, I don't know that I really have the answer, but I thought I would just share with you a little bit of my world and tell you a little story and then share a couple things with you. So here we go.
You already know. My passion and my mission to help you unleash your greatness within. My heart goes out to the underdogs that's on their way. If you think you can go from good to great, okay, let's motivate. GreatnessWithin.com. TJ Hoisington. GreatnessWithin.com.
So if you know anything about my story or have read any of my books, you know that I was 15 years old when I walked into my parents' bedroom and I noticed on my dad's dresser this tape. It was a copied tape with my dad's handwriting on it. It's been beat up since then. And on one side, in my dad's handwriting, it said the day that turned my life around, and on the other side it said how to live financially independent. Well, coming from the family I came from of 8 kids, military background, Army brat, you know what? Money was often tight. And I remember I picked that tape up and I put it in my pocket and I walked upstairs to the bedroom I shared with a brother and I put that first night that tape in the Walkman. You remember what Walkmans are, right? I put that tape in, I put the headphones on, and I began to listen to this man on the tape talk about success, if you will. Now, this tape was a tape by a man by the name of Jim Rohn, and I consider him my first teacher in the personal development world. And so that led me to a pattern of listening to more and more personal development books and tapes and so forth. And because I was not a good reader growing up, and I'm still probably not a great reader today, I found myself always listening to audio tapes and later CDs and later beyond that, audible.com, right? I listen a lot. But early on, when I was 15 years old, you know what I would do? I would spend every dime, every penny that I earned somewhere, I would take that money and buy the latest personal development program, whether it was Les Brown, whether it was Dennis Waitley, whether it was Brian Tracy, whether it was Tony Robbins, whether it was Jim Rohn. I would buy it. Zig Ziglar, I would buy it up. Now, why would I do that? It's because as a 15-year-old, as I laid in my bed listening with my Walkman to this tape, this voice said to me, TJ, that's your calling. You're going to spend your life pouring inspiration into people. You're going to change people's lives. And you're going to do similar things to what these other speakers are doing. And you know what? I bought into it. I believed it. And you know what? That's been my life pretty much ever since, right? For 20 years, I've been in the personal development world, writing books around the concepts, right? Speaking to audiences, working with organizations. I'm telling you, it has become a self-fulfilling prophecy. But let me just show you this for a little bit of fun. I spent a lot of money over the years, particularly, especially I'm talking about the beginning years, because it takes me back to 1989. I was roughly 15 years old, I think, at that year. So I just wanted to show you what I've got. I pulled this out of storage, and I've got cases of these. You can see the tapes in them. Man, I just started storing this stuff. I mean, I got tapes. Look at this. Price Pritchett, U Squared. What a great program. What a great book. If you can get that, I'd get it. Anyway, put a little plug out there. That was such a great book. Anyway, check this out. So that's one. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. Unbelievable, right? Let me tell you something. This is the personal development that I engaged in starting at 15 years old. I'm telling you, it made a difference. And it just doesn't end there. I mean, look at this. Here's some more tapes. I don't know, can you see that? Look at that, just full of tapes. Let's open this up. Let's see what we got inside here, huh? Shall we? Yeah, there's some tapes. Hey, look at this tape. The Power to Shape Your Life. This was my first audio program. Wow, on the power of decisions. That was my first one ever, right there. It's a tape. That's how old I am in the industry, if you will. I mean, back when tapes were out, I was making tapes. It's unbelievable. So I just tell you in this quick message, just having a little bit of fun with you. What does it take to succeed? How much personal development does it take to succeed at your goals and dreams? I don't know what the answer is, but what I do know is anything of value takes effort, right? So the question is, what kind of price are you going to pay to live your dreams and your goals? I wanted to get into the personal development industry. Maybe you want to get into the financial industry or the transportation industry, or maybe you want to be a CEO, or maybe you want to be the head of a medical unit. I don't know, whatever it is that your goals are. Hopefully they're big goals, they're ideal goals. Then the question is, what kind of personal development are you going to engage in to grow in knowledge and skills and so forth so that you can achieve those results? I don't know if you read the old classic book. It's one of my favorites called As a Man Thinketh. It's a small book, goes back a lot of years ago, but I'm telling you, he wrote something, James Allen wrote something in that book that many people miss. He says, you don't get in life what you want, you get in life who you are. Think about that. You don't get in life what you want. Well, I want this, I want that. That doesn't guarantee you success. What guarantees you success is becoming the person that is equal to that thing that you want. Like attracts like. Develop yourself in such a way that you find yourself in harmony with the results that you want. And the way I did that, started at an early age. And by the way, this is probably only, maybe it's 40% of the tapes that I have, the programs that I have, let alone all the books I have. I'm telling you. I have books in storage. It's just unbelievable. And you know what I have found? There are some books, I don't even have to read the whole book. I get to page 50 and bam, the answer was there. I'll tell you one right now. I was watching Oprah one time and I saw a lady on there named Debbie Ford, and she was promoting her book called The Dark Side of the Light Chasers. I was interested. I listened to what she had to say. It was pretty engaging. I thought, wow, it motivated me enough to go out and buy the book, The Dark Side of the Light Chasers. I went and bought the book. I read. I got to page 50. And guess what it said on page 50? And I tell you what, I never read past that page. Not to make a point there, but I got everything I needed out of this one thing she said on page 50 that unleashed me. It made me look at the world from a different vantage point. And you know what? It was worth every cent of buying that book. So maybe, let me tell you what it is. She said, when you see greatness out there, it is your own greatness that you are seeing. Because if you didn't have the greatness within, you wouldn't be able to recognize that quality in someone else. Powerful. That resonated with me. So I've been telling that story for a lot of years, or sharing that quote a lot of years. I started to question myself, was it actually on page 50? And lo and behold, I pulled that old book out. I looked, I went to page 50, and boom, there it was. I was accurate the whole time. I don't know why I'm sharing that with you, just being real, but I'm telling you, maybe some books you read, you don't have to read all the way through, but you get a nugget early on and you can run with that. And that gives you the insight, the ideas, whatever it is that you need to take you to the next idea and the next book. Here's what I'm saying. Personal development is a must. You gotta learn, you've gotta grow, you've gotta become more than you were yesterday. And that's only gonna happen as you invest in yourself, okay? That's my little message to you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got a little nugget out of it. Just thought I'd share a little bit of my world with you. Now go unleash your greatness within.